fastest I've gotten someone a UAE business license is 24 hours, and the slowest, 1.5 months. Different client, but same free zone, same activity, same passport, same nationality, and 1.5 months of difference. So, why the difference? Was it someone that they knew or how much they paid? Actually, it was none. It was the sequence. One client knew everything from start to finish, but the other client didn't know anything and he was spiraling through every single step. 5 years of business setup consultant in the UAE, hundreds of license processed, and every single delay that I've seen was avoidable. Every single one of them. So here's how this video is structured. Three decisions first, these are upstream. Before you touch a form, before you choose your free zone, before doing anything else. Because if you get these wrong, everything else gets messy. Then there are 7 steps to your business license, all in order, so you cannot rearrange or skip any of these steps. Then I'm going to cover what happens once you're licensed in the UAE, because that's something that most of these setup videos skip. But that's also something that determines whether your business will run smoothly in the first year or not. Before you fill out any application form or before you apply for anything else, these 3 things need to be locked in. Most people skip straight to the step 1 of application and then they wonder why they're being sent back. Let me tell you why. So, your first and foremost decision is going to be your business activity. What will your company actually do? And I mean specifically. This is not a label, this is the foundation of your business. Your business activity also determines which license category you fall into and what are the requirements of your business license. Whether your license falls into professional, commercial, industrial, or any other category. It also determines which free zone will actually accept your application. And it has to match what you're actually doing in practice. Some examples would be garments trading, HR consultancy, PR consultancy, software development, food manufacturing, events management, food stuff trading, and there are so many more, so I cannot list them all. But yeah, I want you to be specific. I had a client once who listed general trading as her activity because she thought it would be future proof and flexible. She wasn't wrong, but the activity was way too broad for her invoicing and what she needed to do. And we had to amend the license eventually, which was another whole process and obviously an extra cost. So pick the right activity from the very start. And if you're not sure how to classify what you do, that's genuinely what consultants are for. The link for one-on-one consultation with me is in the description if you want someone to figure this out with you. Your second decision will be free zone or mainland. With a free zone license, you operate under a specific authority. Rakes, Shams, IFZA, Maidan, SPC, DIFC, DMCC, and many more. 100% foreign ownership, faster setup, generally lower starting cost. But the trade-off is the restrictions on dealing directly with the UAE market. Mainland licenses are registered with Department of Tourism and Economy, also known as DET. With a mainland license, you can trade anywhere in the UAE. You can also bid for government contracts, have a retail physical space, and many more. It's a little bit of a complex setup, higher startup cost, but it gives you more room to play. I have an entire video dedicated to this decision. It's the episode right before this one. I'll link it in the description and you can have a look on it if you're not sure. Decision 3 will be choosing your specific jurisdiction. Once you know if you're going for a free zone license or a mainland license and you're sure about your specific business activity, your next step is to choose the specific authority. And this matters more than most people think. Different free zones have different cost structures, different activities, and different processing timelines, and even different relationships with banks, which matters a lot when you get to the bank account setup. For example, Shams and SPC are strong for creative, tech, or even consulting related activities. IFZA is popular for its flexibility and its cost efficiency across wide range of activities. The IFC is mainly for financial or fund management activities. Innovation City for AI or crypto related activities. Rakes for industrial or manufacturing activities. These 3 decisions, activity, structure, and jurisdictions, are the upstream of everything else that's about to come, because they determine your cost, your timeline, your visa allocation, and your banking options. Get them right before you move on to step 1. That's the decisions. Now, the part that you actually clicked for, the 7-step license process. And I am going to walk you through each one of them. Some are fast, but some might surprise you. So, step 1 is your initial application. You submit your application to the relevant authority, be it mainland or free zone, either through their online portal or through a registered agent like me who will handle it on your behalf. Now, if you're doing it remotely, especially from outside the UAE, the registered agent is the practical route. The documents that you would require at this stage would be your passport copy, your tourist or residency visa, your home country ID, basic information form that will include your email address, phone number, and home address. We would also require your company structure and the activities that you selected. Now, this is the starting point, not the finish line. Let's move on to step 2, which is your trade name reservation. You will reserve a name for your company. There is a set of rules that catch people off guard if they haven't heard about it before. Your company names cannot have any offensive terms, any names that are already registered, no reference to religious or political figures, or even government entities. You will submit 3 to 5 names as per your preference, and the authority will pick the one that is available. Company names are typically held for 30 to 60 days while you complete the rest of the process. A quick tip from a consultant would be to have 3 genuinely different names, not XYZ Consulting, XYZ Business Consulting, XYZ Management Consulting. These are not specifically different names. These are just one name with different business activities. We would need 3 distinct names. Step 3 would be your initial approval. The authority reviews your application and your documents. They will confirm that your activity is permitted under their zone and your trade name is approved and registered. All of your documents are in order. This is a green light. For the timeline, most free zones take 1 to 3 working days, and mainland DET approval takes a little bit longer, and it can go up to 5 days for this initial approval. If something comes back with a query, it's almost always the activity description or a document issue. Both are fixable, but both are faster and avoidable if your original application was clean. Step 4 is the document signature. Now the paperwork gets formal. You sign your memorandum of association or articles of association depending on your company type. This is the legal document that defines your company structure, ownership split if you have any partners, and your activity scope. If you're currently on a UAE employment visa, you will also need a no objection certificate from your employer. That's a step many employed residents skip and then they face delays because of it. If you have partners or shareholders in the company, every partner need to sign. Remote signatures are definitely possible because most free zones accept electronic signatures or notarized documents sent in. However, your agent will confirm the exact requirements of your jurisdiction. Step 5 is choosing your physical space. Every license in the UAE requires a registered office address, including free zones. No exceptions. Free zones typically bundle this in. Flexi desk packages, shared desk, virtual offices, all of those are offered as a part of the license at a very reasonable rate. This is one of the biggest reasons why free zones work so well, especially for remote founders and consultants who don't need a physical space when they're starting. Now, mainland is different. For mainland, you need a physical tenancy contract from a verified UA address, and this is registered through Ijari system. That's a real lease and a real commitment. Now, if you want a physical office for your free zone license, that is also possible. We have 3 business centers across various locations in Dubai. If it's relevant for your setup, I will leave a link to contact me in the description. You can reach out and I'll be happy to help. Step 6 is your license fee. Once everything is approved and signed, your address is confirmed, you will pay your license fee. This amount varies a lot by authority, activity, company structure, and your company name. If you want a personalized proposal, the link to reach out to me is in the description. And let's move on to step 7, which is your KYC and your license issuance. KYC is knowing your customer. This is the identity authentication step. Most jurisdictions now do this online through a secure portal or a short video call. You will be asked to confirm your identity, your source of funds, and your intended business activity along with your business name. This step was introduced across all the free zones in the UAE in recent years as a part of AML, which is anti-money laundering compliance. It is not very detailed in the start, It's just 10 to 20 minutes process if you have all of your documents in place. So KYC cleared, fee paid, license issued. Your license will be your digital document, your company name, your activity, license number, expiry date, everything will be mentioned in your license in Arabic as well as in English. And you have to renew your license after 1 year. Congratulations, as you're officially a licensed business owner in the UAE. Just a quick question. Are you looking to go for a free zone license or a mainland license? Drop them in the comments because it genuinely helps me to figure out what to cover next in this series. That's the full 7-step process. Now the section most setup videos skip entirely. So what happens after you get your license? It is something that most people don't plan for, because getting the license is just the beginning. There are 3 crucial things that happen after most first timers get their licenses in the UAE, and each one can stall your operations if you're not prepared. Residency visa, corporate bank account, VAT, and corporate tax registration. Lucky for you, I'm dedicating a full video in this series on what happens after your license, so watch out for that and subscribe if you don't want to miss. Once it's posted, I will leave a link here. Now let's get to the most commonly asked question: how long does it actually take? For a free zone license with clean application and no complication, it takes less than a week. That's the realistic fast track for a well prepared application. With complications, activity mismatch, or even missing documents, it can go from 2 weeks to 3 weeks. For a mainland license, it typically takes 1 to 2 weeks because the DET process has more touch points. The fastest license that I have ever processed is 24 hours, and the slowest 1.5 months. And I will be completely honest with you here, every delay in the slow application was avoidable. The UAE business license process is not complicated, it's sequential. Just 3 upstream decisions and 7 steps in order. And of course, a plan for what comes after. And that's the whole thing. And the people who struggle, and I have watched a lot of people struggle, are almost never struggling because the process is hard. They're struggling because they started at step 3 while missing 2 steps, or because they didn't know that corporate tax registration was mandatory for every single company in the UAE, whether it's small or big. But now you know. And if at any point this feels like too much to navigate, that's exactly what business consultants are here for. Whether that's me or someone else, get someone who has done this hundreds of times before. The consultation cost is almost always less than the cost of the delay. The next video in the series is the one that most people want before they even start thinking about this process. It's 5 low investment businesses to start in the UAE in 2026. If you want to work with me, handle the whole process from activity selection to license issuance and bank account, the link for one-on-one consultation is in the description box down below. And if this was useful, well, you know what to do. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.